clobbering time.
I was just about to say that. Hold up. Best in the world!
There it is. I know your pain. Where you wanna be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to episode 3 of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. I'm the one leading us in this week, and I am the MJF Mark himself, Bruce, along here with, the panda-loving, New Day shirt-wearing Jose, and also my man with his imitation Charlotte and his Big Papa Pump goatee, because that's how that shit grows in normally. Dom.
Fuck you, Walmart scarf.
Hey, yo, dude, but no, seriously, Jose, look at the man's chin hair. Does that not look like friggin' Big Papa Pump?
Only because it's white.
He got the white
got the
hair and the dark in the middle.
No. I got the natural
Big Papa Pump.
It's a natural dye job because all the shit went gray, and I just got that one little streak of color.
Yeah.
So it's not intentional. I'm old. That's all that is.
So, as I promised on last week's episode, you heard the music, you've heard the hype.
You heard us.
We're talking about none other than CM Punk himself to kick off this show.
The Lord of Douche.
Oh, you're a douche. Yeah. Listen.
Have some X's on.
I'm
just make sure you're not his best friend.
I'm going to go right out on a limb. We are not going to see him in a wrestling ring.
No, we're not.
Hopefully.
We're not. Listen, you can't deny the man's skill in a ring, you asshole. The dude is amazing in a ring, but
depending on what kind of ring we're talking about.
Well,
yeah, we're not talking about an octagon.
We said octagon. Ring. Octagon, you can question all day long. We know our man Jeremiah did on his own shit.
So
put this trash in the ring with Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, and
him and Omega would be amazing.
It's money. It's money.
You think? But the thing that I'm loving about this whole CM Punk returning to WWE TV is the fact he can say whatever the fuck he wants and not get fired because he works for Fox.
Hey. He could have said whatever the fuck he wanted. He could have just shown up with us.
Yeah, that's true. But no,
call me.
honestly, at the end of the day, this is huge for WWE. Even if WWE doesn't want him, this is huge for their programming. Right. At least for that one show.
Right. And I know a lot of us didn't watch Raw or turned it off at a certain point. But it almost seems like WWE is trying to be clever with this because you already had Rollins call him out on Twitter. Now you have Rollins doing this like roundabout heel turn after Survivor Series and being a dick. And what better to have like the company mark, the Raw guy who's being a dick to everyone come in and shut him the fuck up than the voice of the voiceless. So they're kind of playing on that, making these marks believe like, oh, he's coming. He ain't fucking coming. He ain't. He just ain't. No. He doesn't even have a WWE contract.
CM Punk's the type,
though, being smart about it, so I have to give them some credit.
If Vince McMahon offered him enough money, the little cunt would come back for one more match.
Wow! See, here's the thing.
Shots fired.
Yes, they were. Here's the thing, though. CM Punk wouldn't. If he came back, he wouldn't be a part timer. He wouldn't. He'd want to come back full time.
Oh, see, that's the ironic thing. That's exactly what he would be is a part timer.
Exactly, and he doesn't want. If he comes back, he'd want to be full time.
If the money was right, he would come back.
In an interview, he said it had to be around $25 million a year for him to come back.
Wow.
Give it time.
Give it exactly. Give it time. But so. Knowing that CM Punk is a loose cannon with his pipe bombs and the way he likes where he's not afraid. Let me rephrase. It's not afraid to say how he feels about certain matches, certain shows, certain things going on. Do you think he's gonna piss off Vince in the WWE on Fox? I want to get Jose's thought because he doesn't talk much.
No, let him go first.
Most likely. It won't be hard. Vince gets pisses off at anything, so.
See, the thing that I'm seeing, because I don't watch the show. I know it got a lot more viewers since he came back, but I catch like the highlight clips and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And when you see him get asked a question straight up, like when Renee asked him about what Seth Rollins said, you could tell he wanted to kind of just pop off at the mouth and say a bunch of shit. But then all of a sudden he pulled back and turned into Porky Pig. Like he was just, well, Seth needs to believe. That's all, folks. See you next week. Like it looked like he was holding back what he really wanted to say. Like he was biting his tongue until it bled. So I don't know if he's actually going to piss off Vince McMahon because he would actually have to say how he feels instead of just.
But the thing with him is he's careful with the marks, and he didn't want to say to me. I'm sorry. This is how it seemed to me. He didn't want to say something to get the marks going off, and then him coming back, or say something that would make it so inevitably he would have to come back to the ring. He kept that shit with Fox. Like there was rumors about him going to Fox and stuff like that, but nobody believed it, and it stayed under wraps. Like there was like maybe 2 weeks where it was talked about, and then he's like, "No, there's no fucking way. I'm not going back. I'm not doing anything with WWE. I'm not. And then there was that one fateful night where the Cult of Personality hit. And have you guys noticed on Raw and SmackDown
they changed it?
When they showed the clip where he comes out, they don't play the Cult of Personality. They play some corny bullshit fucking.
You know
music
why?
for
You know
him.
why? They're like let Fox
they don't have
pay
their
the
rights
royalties
to it anymore.
Right, let Fox pay those royalties. We're not going to do it.
They never had the rights to the song, anyways. They were paying that band.
They're not going to pay for it.
Yeah, yeah, they were paying to use that song. So
no, that's what I mean. So they're like, let Fox pay him because we're not fucking doing it.
So I guess me and you, Dom, are on a consensus that yes, this is good for WWE television, and we've come to the fact that Jose fucking hates CM Punk.
I look forward to more to seeing his wife returning to the ring than him.
I love AJ Lee. I really do.
Honestly, I could see her going to AEW before she goes back to WWE, only because of the work schedule.
As long as she's in the rest of the ring, I'm fine.
I'm
only because of the work schedule.
It would be a trip though, because you got CM Punk on TV. Like we got another Renee and Johnny. You got one on WWE television. You got the other sitting there in AEW doing whatever. And I mean, yeah, you could count Adam and Britt if you want, but they're not. I'm talking married couples. Like people who can't just break up and walk away. People who got to divide up their shit because they're on different trips and different things, doing different stuff. It'd be cool to see, though. I wouldn't mind it. I'd love to have her back in the ring.
So, I think we've kind of hit our talking points with CM Punk and how we all feel. So, Dom, let's why don't you give us our group question of the week? And with this question that Dom's going to be giving us, we're going to break this down because it's such an in-depth question. We could literally talk the whole show on this question.
Yeah, it really is.
We're gonna break this down to a couple different episodes, just so we can spread the wealth and share the wealth with some of our other group members and our viewers that give us questions to ask. So hit us with a question, Dom.
All right, I got you. So the question comes from our guy Destin, who is a very cool dude, member of Top Rope Wrestling Talk at Facebook. Come find us there, please. And he asked for our opinion on who we thought would be the guys to take out the champions, or or top people in WWE and wrestling in general, like Brock, The Fiend, etc. Basically, he wants to know, out of the current champions, who do we think would knock them off? And I guess we should start with WWE. I'm thinking about the Universal Championship just because Bray Wyatt seems unstoppable.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, if he really is that unstoppable and he builds toward, going forward and keeps the title, I'm thinking I'd really love to see a match at WrestleMania with The Undertaker and let that be like his final song. Like he takes the title, he sits it in the ring, he walks away. Because no, you can flap all you want, but you saw what he did to Daniel Bryan. You saw everything that he's taken from Seth Rollins. It's going to take somebody
It's
with that
not
extra
about Bray
level.
Wyatt. It's not about Bray Wyatt. It's about The Undertaker. Let
Don't
the
you-
man fucking retire and live in peace. He
Dude,
doesn't need to be in
the
a ring no
man-
more.
The man just said it on that Broken Skull sessions after Survivor Series that, he will write his own story. He's not done yet. This would be a perfect ending to this guy's 30 years story, this legacy that he built. It would also kind of
Ric
make
Flair
up
too.
for getting shit on at WrestleMania.
Ric Flair too.
Ric
He's
Flair.
He's gonna be in the ring until he's 90, and no one's gonna care.
No, I'm
about him.
done.
He's gonna tarnish his legacy.
I'm done with
Anyway,
I'm done with Flair. I don't want to see that.
No. You feel that the Undertaker should be the one to dethrone Bray Wyatt. I mean, I can see it. I can see it because at the same time, it's not gonna make Bray look weak if he loses to the Undertaker. I get
Exactly. There's really
I get
nobody else.
I get it.
Unless you're going to put Brock in the ring with
That's
him,
who it's gonna
and
be.
he's
That's
got
who
the
it's gonna
WWE title. So who do you think is going to? Which one of you guys think somebody's going to knock Brock off anytime?
He's taking both titles home with him.
Oh no! Please no. See, that's what I mean. I would rather see Taker win it because he might show up with it. Brock is just going to go home and sit on his couch like I am right now with
What about
Charlotte.
the CM Punk?
So,
I don't think Punk could take him.
right.
I don't think he could take him. I don't think he could.
I've heard enough about the Undertaker for one night. So Jose, what's your title pick, and who do you think should dethrone that champion and why?
Oh, so we're doing WWE NXT count?
Yes, I'm gonna slap you.
Okay, so Adam Cole.
That's who I was going for.
Damn it! Now I'm trying to remember who I was gonna say.
Don't pull some corny shit on this show, man. We don't want to.
I am very sorry for my comment. Yeah, that was not uncalled for. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, it should be Pete Dunne.
Oh, okay.
Take the title from Adam Cole.
Okay, I was thinking more of the lines of Keith Lee because he's a ball of fire right now.
Right? Or Finn Balor. I'd love to see that. I mean, the Prince is back. I would love to see that. He already ran through Riddle. He got Adam Cole at the end of NXT this week. That was fucking great. Turn around and kick that son of a bitch in the face while he was doing his little,
So, NXT, Universal. All right, I'll go with Brock. I'll go with the WWE title. It's going to be plain. It's going to be simple. It's going to be predictable. It's going to be Cain Velasquez dethroning him at WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm going with the rumor mill of Kane winning the Royal Rumble and taking the title from Lesnar at WrestleMania. I really, really, really wanted to do NXT, but thanks, Jose. That's the only logical explanation for Brock losing his title. It would be to Kane.
I gotta be honest. I wouldn't scoff at it too much, despite the storyline, if Lashley came in and whooped his ass either.
Well,
I mean, they're practically the same dude.
Listen, the actual in the article that I read, which I take dirt sheets with a grain of salt.
Right.
So, the dirt sheet that I read and the rumor that I read that was pitched and proposed was Lashley takes the title from Brock at Rumble. Kane wins the Rumble and goes on to face Lashley at Mania, and takes the title from Lashley at Mania. That was what I read, but I mean, that storyline that he's
yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage. Every time you see it on screen, you're just like, fuck this.
Yes. Dude, I feel really bad for my comment right now. Like, I feel like a piece of shit. Like I really do. I feel really bad. I am deeply sorry for my comment.
God damn you.
I know. Yes. Maybe we can edit that out.
I'll see what I can do, man. I don't know much about
Please.
editing these videos.
So there's our top 3 for this week. Dom has The Undertaker taking the title from Bray. Jose has Adam Cole dropping the title to Pete Dunne. And I picked Cain Velasquez taking the title from Brock at WrestleMania. Now, transitioning into something that I really want to talk about and I'm really excited about, and I actually did my freaking homework on these guys because I was like amazed when I seen them, was the Blade and the Butcher.
A little bit.
And the bunny.
And the bunny. And I'm gonna go into a little bit more of the rumor mill with that as after I explain, like, these guys, they're a very new tag team. And Adam, one of our members of the group, also mentioned that there's another guy that was with him on the indie scene. So it was actually a 3-man team at one point on the indies. But these two guys, like, I watched one of their matches. It was a very, very good match. I liked it. The only thing I didn't like about it is they played the role of the baby faces in the match.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
They're not a babyface team.
No.
They are AEW set them up right. They came in, they destroyed Cody. That makes you think that gives the AEW fans, like, are they aligned with MJF? Are they aligned? But honestly, the best part about them guys coming in and the rumor mill kicking up is that Marty Scurll's contract is now up with ROH, and he is rumored, again, dirt sheets, rumored, don't take them seriously, but right. This one here I would take more serious than others because of his connection with the Elite and Matt and Nick and Cody and Hangman and Kenny. Is that he is to come in and be the leader of that group and be the leader of the faction, almost like Villain Enterprises 2.0.
It'd be like the perfect way too.
Dude, he fits perfect with them.
With their look?
He really does, with their look and their gimmick. And the other thing is Brody Lee's contract with ROH is also up. So you add the Villain and Brody Lee in that group, like, there's your next big stable in AEW right there. And the other thing is Flip Gordon's contract is coming up, and he's the mercenary, dude. Flip Gordon's awesome, dude.
He is.
I love.
He really is,
like,
though.
He is awesome, and I know you guys saw on the page when I posted the text message comments with Joey Mercury and one of the guys that runs ROH, like, the dude basically said Flip can't draw and he's a piece of shit. Right? He has no right to run his mouth. But here's the thing. I know,
and it was like, really? Like, no fucking
like Flip Gordon can draw. Flip Gordon, when he was doing his stuff with the Elite, like, he was a big time draw for them. And then they kind of handcuffed him and just, put baby in the corner, per se.
Yeah.
The dude's amazing in the ring, and if he's probably coming over as well. I don't see him as a WWE guy. I see him more
maybe
going
NXT, but
I don't see him going because here's the thing. Flip's awesome. 205 Live is now dead. There's no place for Flip to go but NXT, and he's going to be one of those guys that he's going to change his name to like Jeffrey Jacobs or something like that. and he won't be known as Flip Gordon no more because WWE won't own the rights, and no one's going to get behind the gimmick they're going to give him, and he's going to be one of those guys on NXT that gets left off the card. Going to AEW, all those fans love him. He'll still be Flip Gordon. And he'll get to pull the draw that he is.
No, I agree. I mean, I almost feel bad for ROH at this point because you talked about the text messages from Joey Mercury, the way Kelly Klein got fired, the things they've been doing. They've got like the Dixie Carter handbook out, and they're just going through mistake by mistake. And I love ROH, but I feel like they're headed the same direction that TNA was back then, and there might not be any saving them. Because we were worried about, like, oh, what if PCO's still under contract? Well, we ain't going to have to. He is, but we won't have to worry about it if ROH fucking folds because they're too stupid to get out of their own way. The ROH contract will be written on toilet paper at that point. You know, just everybody go where you feel like.
And there's WWE.
Just kind of.
And there's WWE's new invasion angle. ROH invades WWE because
I can see that.
Vince is gonna buy ROH. He's already put it on the table. He's already it was a few years back. He offered to buy, and they said no.
No, I even talked about that with the group member today on our Facebook page, and he was saying, like, Vince will buy out ROH just for the network content, you know, and maybe even come up with something like that. But the guys that are there are pretty much going to be able to go wherever they want, and it's going to turn into, like, TNA benefited or Impact benefited when Lucha Underground went under, because they just basically signed everyone. They were like, Brian Cage, come on, Pentagon, Phoenix, come on, Melissa, everybody over here, you know, and now they're back because of Lucha Underground's demise. So somebody, whether it be AEW or WWE, or somebody is going to get that kind of bump like Impact got when ROH goes out of business. Because I don't even think it's a question of if anymore.
Yeah, you know.
And that's sad. I love ROH. I really do. They were my alternative before AEW. We wouldn't have had All In without them, and that was a great show that catapulted us to where we are now. You know, like, we have so much more as wrestling fans because of All In, because of ROH.
But could you imagine, though, WWE buying out ROH, then WWE would own the video rights to All In?
Yeah. Could you imagine that on the WWE network?
They wouldn't.
ROH owns
those rights, dude.
To All In?
Yeah, because
that was funded
backed
by the Bucks.
No, they
used ROH.
The Bucks put their money
That's how they were able to
through
get it
ROH.
All In on pay-per-view. They used ROH.
That's why, if you notice, like, their announcers were there, their referees were there, everything was there.
I would not be surprised if Tony Khan's already bought that back.
If he should.
You might be right.
I would not be surprised if Tony Khan's already bought it.
If not, I mean, he might be able to wait a couple months and get it on, like, Blue Light Special. You know? Like, yo, we'll give it to you for 50% off, man. Just give us the money. Sinclair is selling everything. They're crazy, Sinclair. We're cutting prices left and right for you.
And that's if Cody and the Bucks didn't buy it after All In, after the All In money came in.
That's true. I'm just saying, the Bucks did all the promoting and put up some money and everything else, but ROH backed the entire pay-per-view, or else it wouldn't have happened at all. So, you know, they had, at least from the best of my knowledge, I'm not Googling or anything, they had the rights to All In. And if WWE were to buy all that, they could actually sit that shit on the network. I can't even imagine.
Dude, the Bucks and Cody would be so pissed.
Oh, I know. If they, if they did that, I'd be pissed. I mean, could you imagine Cody Rhodes, like,
they wouldn't do it though.
Out?
They wouldn't do it though.
I don't think they would.
WWE would just keep it in the vault because if they put all Elite Wrestlers, they put All In on their network, that's promoting AEW.
It is. No, it's not.
It really is. It's showing their fans that have never seen AEW.
This is what it is.
This is what
you're not watching, by the way. You know, and people are watching like, maybe I should. Yeah.
So now that we've digressed completely from what I actually wanted to talk about, because
I'm so sorry, man. I had to get that.
No, I'm the one that went off the rail when I mentioned Flip Gordon.
No, that's cool. Going back to your point, like Marty Scurll,
the Butcher, and Marty Scurll, and the Bunny, and you know, I'm so glad that they brought the Bunny back, dude. She was fine.
Yo, whoo,
and that patent leather,
whoo. I mean, I'm not saying Allie's a bad-looking woman to begin with, but in that leather with that mask and everything, just
fire.
Just fire. Oh, Allie, eye candy of the night. We're not worthy.
Yes.
We're not worthy. We're scum.
Yes.
No, like she was. Woo. But like Marty leading up that whole pack would just be perfect. And there's already been so many rumors of him going to AEW when his contract runs out because it's just the natural fit.
And here's the thing that not a lot of people know because they don't watch BTE. In their opening segment, when they play the opening segment with the theme song and the BTE theme song, Marty is still in it,
Yep.
and so is Flip.
Mm-hmm.
They're both
What?
still in the opening credits. They're just not. You see Marty flying in on his umbrella trying to get on the SCU roller
Because
coaster.
they didn't die.
And,
Right.
and then you've got
But
when Kenny's dancing.
Everyone else is dead to Marty, though.
Exactly, and that's why I think the Butcher and the Blade attacked Cody, because all Marty's friends are dead.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're dead to him, so go in and kill him, and then I'll show up and I'll pick up the scraps.
And I will tell you why I did what I did.
Mhm.
Because you left me behind. You let me re-sign with ROH and didn't tell me about AEW, and now you're all dead.
You're
to
so
me.
willing to bring in all these other people, all the Jerichos and the Lucha Bros, and even SCU.
How amazing would that storyline be?
Oh, I was just about to
Oh,
say
it'd
it's
be
gonna
awesome.
lead. It's gonna lead to some amazing fucking television if it happens. Because, I mean, we all know what Marty can do, and just the explanation, the way they run that show. Oh,
And with that storyline, he'd be able to feud with everybody, all
Yeah.
the top guys.
He got the
Moxley,
Butcher.
Jericho, Cody.
and
Omega.
if he were to come in, I don't think they're aligning themselves with anybody. They're just going to be a new faction trying to take over AEW as a whole.
Mhm.
They're not going to be Inner Circle. They're not going to be Elite. They're not going to be with anybody else. They're going to try to run shit on their own. And they've got talent too. I mean, Allie's husband, Braxton Sutter, is the Blade. And that
The Blade.
dude,
He's
I've
not
been
Braxton
watching
Sutter,
him.
He's the Blade.
I know. But I'm just, for people who didn't know who he was going in. But, you know, if you watched him back in, like, the Impact days or whatever, before, you know, when he was supposed to be marrying Chelsea Green or Laurel Van Ness or whatever the fuck we're calling Zack Ryder's girlfriend these days, you know, I mean, he was an amazing wrestler, and he's even better in this gimmick because it fits him perfectly. I didn't really like Braxton Sutter, but the Blade, oh my god, like, he pulls that shit. I want to see the mask, too. You seen, like, that weird
Dude,
zombified Michael Myers without the hair mask that he wears? That shit is
that
shit
looks nasty, crazy.
fire.
Blade and the Butcher.
The Blade and the
gonna-
Butcher are gonna be fantastic.
Yeah. The Butcher's the lead
Definitely.
guitarist of Every Time I Die.
Is he really?
Is
Yeah.
he? I had no idea. See, that just makes them, you know, being in AEW make more sense now because we already have the lead singer of Fozzy. Now we've got a guitarist from another band. So, like, you know, we know how to use these guys when they're touring and let them take some time, you know.
Yeah, they do one show a week,
Right?
and they get paid
Yeah.
millions.
Right? I don't know.
You know what's funny to me is everyone says it kills me that Moxley left WWE and is making less money. But what people don't really understand is he's actually making more money working for AEW and working less dates.
Right? And not only that, if you listen to the interview on Talk is Jericho, he even said it like, I don't really give a shit what I make. I'm not going to be one of these guys that goes out and like
No,
buys my
yep.
second Maserati and all this
Yeah.
shit. Like, I can live comfortable for the rest of my life thanks to WWE. So now I'm going to go
And
and
in
do whatever
Moxley's
the
case,
fuck
he
I
gets
want.
WWE money. Anyways.
Right. And then he's getting
He
paid
gets
like he's
AEW
like he's in-
and WWE.
Right. So it's not like he's struggling for money or he's go broke or anything like that because, I mean, shit. He's getting paid twice.
So the next thing that really hits with me, and I've literally like put a lot of thought into this, and I've you know, I watch WWE, I watch AEW, I watch MLW, I watch NWA. I've been in Impact. You know, I spread myself out now.
Thanks to us, by the way, Jose and
No,
I.
I mean,
We were like, yo, you gotta watch
it.
NWA. You gotta
Yeah.
see Impact. You gotta see this shit. You're
Surprised
like, oh
it took you
no.
that long.
Right?
Well, look.
You're welcome.
Listen, me and Impact had a very rough relationship for a long time.
Oh yeah, I think we all did. You know, like, we all had
But-
that relationship
no,
with Impact.
so-
Like, fuck you, I'm out. All right, I'm back.
So here's what I want to talk about, like how professional wrestling is changing right in front of our eyes. It's literally like the style of wrestling is changing. So what everyone thinks wrestling should be are, you know, the big guys telling stories and doing matches and stuff like that, which is nice and good. It still makes for good wrestling, third episode, third drop in.
Always.
But what's really getting the crowd going are the high spots and the high flying and stuff like that. The spot monkey wrestling. Because if you really stop and think, you watch WWE, right?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
When you've got well no, just hear my point. When you've got big guys like Drew and Braun going at it, the crowd's not, they're into it, but they're not into it. But then you get Ricochet out there and he's doing his backflips and corkscrews and all that shit. The place is going fucking bonkers.
Right.
For that high flying, high spot shit. And it's not shit because I'm actually evolving with the times and I fucking love it. You look at AEW, they do that shit just about every match.
Oh yeah.
And that fucking building is going nuts for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Wrestling is evolving in front of us. If you can't evolve with what's happening, you're just going to be a bitter wrestling fan. Yeah. You're going to be so bitter because the high spots are what is in nowadays. That's what they're doing in the indies. That's what they're doing. Like there are some people, don't get me wrong, there are some people and there are some matches that can get away without it and pull a draw. Yes. Randy Orton, John Cena, Fatu can do. I mean, even Jacob Fatu does high flying stuff.
Oh no, he can fly like
he can fly, and and he's huge.
And he's huge.
But if you notice, but what gets the reaction? The high flying. You don't get the reactions from the boot to the face and the choke slams no more.
To your point though, I think like yes, a lot of people are changing styles in wrestling. A lot of companies. But there's still always there's still always shit out there for people who just have that Cornette mentality of like, oh, I'm traditional. I don't like all these high spots and bullshit and no selling.
Got me thinking about this.
And you know what? Right? I figured. But you know what? If you're not really into all that shit, just go watch NWA Power. It's got you. I mean, it's traditional. Old school.
Even they have guys that do high spots.
But but here and there, and it's like it's not as crazy. It's much more toned down and traditional. It's probably the most traditional thing on being broadcasted anywhere. I don't care, YouTube, television, whatever. But at the same time, like this hybrid of styles that we put together with like the high spots and the strong styles and the old school, it really makes wrestling more entertaining. So I don't know why people complain in the first place, because you watch MLW, you see a little bit of everything. You watch AEW, you see a little bit of everything. You see high spots, hardcore matches, traditional matches, great promos. And if you can't enjoy that, like I'm not saying there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying I don't understand, because that's literally that's some of the most entertaining stuff on being out there. I don't care, TV, YouTube, whatever. So. But if you don't, okay, go watch NWA or, even Impact's toned down like the high flyers outside of the X division. You might like that. It's still out there for you, but this hybrid style is what's taking over. And people need to just change with the times. Because, like, I'm loving sitting down almost every day and being able to watch all these wrestling events with all these different styles. I'm loving watching NXT and seeing guys like Dominik Dijakovic come flying off the, like do a springboard tope onto two people on the floor. I mean, when are you going to see it?
Oh my God, that's like
thank you,
20
Excalibur.
times a match. Thank you.
When else are you going to see a 260, 70-pound dude just come springboarding off the top rope to the floor?
How about a 320-pound dude?
Yeah, that's true. Fatu.
Keith Lee's amazing.
Keith Lee is a beast,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying. Like these guys pull this shit, and you're in awe from it. Like, what that just happened? Like, by the way, I know he's our boy. I know he's our boy at everything. But Keith Lee, not only flying over the top, but sending Adam Cole into the fourth fucking row.
That was awesome.
Oh my God! Like what?
I'm actually gonna go. Like, I haven't watched NXT. I've only seen the GIF of it, so I'm gonna go back and watch NXT tomorrow and actually see it happen.
Because he's sitting there on the floor in the crowd, like, what the fuck just happened to me? After it's over, you don't get to see that in like the GIF, whatever you call it. But like that's that's one example of a hybrid style is Keith Lee who can fly over the top, but can also come flying and hit you and send you 4 rows deep into the crowd. Like, how can you not enjoy that? I enjoyed the hell out of it. I don't care if it was the GIF or the show or whatever else. I was backing it up on YouTube TV. Like, come on, let me see that again. And then they're replaying it, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna watch that too. Like, it was great. I get it's not your traditional thing. You don't expect a 300 and some odd pound guy to be able to move as fast as a cruiserweight. But when you see it, you ought to be in awe, not mad.
And I think that's what made me feel so strong about this is guys like fucking Cornette and these other guys out here that say it's shit wrestling and the fans don't know fucking their ass from their elbow. But here's the thing. The fans are the ones that pay these guys. The fans are the ones that fill the fucking stadium. The fans are the ones that buy their merch. The fans are the ones that put food on their table and pay their bills. If that's what the fans want to see, that's what wrestling's turning into.
That's what you do if that's what people are paying to see. It's that simple. And it's not like they're wrong because it's kind of an amazing style in itself. Just that nice mix, that nice hybrid mashup, whatever you want to call it, of like all these things put together. It's fun to watch because you don't know what's coming. Like I've been watching wrestling for almost 36 years. I don't want to know what move is coming next. I don't want to sit there and go, okay, this is going to be the big man, shows off his power, gets the pin, walks away, whoop-de-doo. Fuck that. I want to see some shit I've never seen even after 36 years. And stuff like Keith Lee, you see it. Dominic Dijakovic, you see it. Name another big man that, maybe The Undertaker every now and then springboarding over the top rope to the floor. Yeah.
But that's not even amazing anymore.
Yeah.
He's done it so much.
It was when he did it, but now it looks like child's play compared to what these guys are pulling off. And I love that. Give me something that I haven't seen. Give me something to look forward to turning my TV on.
Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe. That's what I want.
What do you want?
No,
Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe?
Yes.
When they had that whole big thing last Friday where Keith Lee and Braun Strowman were like eye to eye in the ring, I was like, oh, do it. Like, do it. It didn't happen there.
Right.
It barely happened at Survivor Series. I was mad as fuck. I wanted to see that so bad.
So
like
here's
staring at each other, mean mugging. I'm going, do it.
here's my hugest complaint with Survivor Series. And I know you all can agree with me on this. Triple threat Survivor Series match. Braun Strowman gets counted out. Okay, he gets counted out. Okay, cool, no problem. Okay, but listen. Let me finish. Zip it. Let me finish. Later on in the match, it comes down to Roman Reigns, Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, and Seth Rollins. Well, all 4 of them are fighting outside the ring, and there is no count going on.
Right. For like 10 minutes.
What in the holy fuck is going on here? There was no count in the women's match.
I said the same thing because, first of all, it's a triple threat match. And
there's no rules.
Since when have there been rules in a triple threat match? It's anything goes. So how the fuck do you get counted out?
How does Braun Strowman get counted out, but the other 2 don't?
That was going to be my next point. And then they're all, the 4 of them are like fighting outside for 5-10 minutes. No count, no nothing. They just get back in the ring.
They did Keith Lee dirty that night.
They really did, though. They really did.
You knew Roman was winning that match.
I didn't know shit. Obviously, from our pick show, I didn't know shit. Okay. I picked Raw in that, and I was wrong.
Oh, you were very, very wrong. The Viking Raiders gave them their own point.
Right? That's what we had our pick show, and I think you were 7-5, and I was 6-6. So it's not like we were that right, but at least we weren't completely wrong. Like I got half, I'm cool. He got a little bit over, cool. Because we knew our group was trying to get inside information on them title picks, and we were like, not happening. We're just going to give you.
Jose, well, Jose was. Jose watched that thing like 7 times before he put his picks in.
Jose didn't need it because we all walked away with group gold.
Yeah,
we walked out of Survivor Series like, champs here, fuck it. I mean, Jose and I are the Raw Tag Team Champions, baby.
That's the worst tag team ever.
No, it ain't.
Hater.
Bro,
Straight.
I
Stay
got
hating
that.
with that
Hey,
Walmart
yo.
scarf.
Listen. I got that sweet NXT gold, and I got that sweet old school IC title that
I was
Cody
just about to
introduced.
say, you got the Intercontinental title, but I don't think you got the one that you wanted.
I'm
Because they
not.
brought that
Nah,
new
you
belt.
straight got that new one, bruh.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
I put the picture of the new one up. Y'all can go in the group, find us on Facebook, invite yourself, and go back and look. There's that new title right there.
It's not that it's a bad title. It just all blends together. You can't tell what it looks like on TV.
Which makes it a bad title.
They should have kept
Yeah,
the strap white.
They should have.
Should have. I think one of our group members actually posted a picture of the same belt with a white strap, and it actually didn't look half bad. But with that black strap, you can't see
Or
shit.
at least add some color to the plates.
Yeah.
That too.
You know.
There's no way it's gonna pop like my Charlotte. That's all I'm saying.
Dear God. So there's a couple more things that I want to talk about, but since we've got plenty
have
of
a whole
time. But
segment here, and we're about 40 minutes deep, so we ought to get.
listen. I really
I
want to
got
get
a little boy I gotta get to soon. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right. So listen. We're gonna talk about MLW Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna go to our new segment, Keep It or Kill It. Okay. So I want to talk about that MLW Thanksgiving. Jose, tell me you watched it.
Oh, bro, I watched it.
You watched it? Have you watched it yet, Dom?
I have. You were the one telling me it was on at 8:00, so I missed it live. But
oh, my bad. So it started at 7. I thought it came on at 8. I didn't watch it live.
Group.
I watched
I know.
it today.
I saw the post like an hour later. I was like, "Fuck!"
I watched it today. The show was very good. I really did. But the thing that obviously we talked about and that I really want to talk about is the Fatu Von Erich match. Like that match.
Because
That
Marshall
match
was taken out.
Listen, that match was off the chain. I loved it. Listen, that was the first real match I got to see Jacob Fatu in. That was the first real match that I got to see. That dude blew my fucking mind. Like every time I've watched MLW, he's always done like backstage segments or jumped somebody. I hadn't had a chance to see him in the ring yet. Dude doing BME moonsaults and that freaking Samoan, that gigantic Samoan drop he does. Ooh.
No, that dude is a straight up beast. I could
that
have that
dude could sign anywhere and make millions.
He would have known this, by the way, if he tuned into Super Fight like Jose and I did, because that match with LA Park was insane. I mean, he showed you everything he could do.
Was that
he showed you he
pay-per-view?
could be. Yeah, it was. It was on Fight TV.
Yeah, see,
it was their first pay-per-view ever, and he showed you he could do it all. Like he went hardcore in that match. He did some ground stuff. He went flying. He did everything. I mean, that dude is a true monster. Like fuck Braun Strowman. That dude is the monster.
So the big part of the match was the end, and this is where I want to get Jose's take. You guys know, me and Dom are not filthy Tom Lawler fans in the ring. No. We're just not.
Not a fan.
But listen, I knew what was coming as soon as. So what happened was.
I knew it the week before.
Fatu took out the ref, and then the chair came in, and Lawler came in and grabbed the chair, and it was what was it? Was it Ross or was it was Marshall that wrestled?
It was Ross.
No, it was Ross. No, it was Ross. It was Ross. So Ross was down. Lawler had a chair. He was getting ready to hit Fatu, and once he put like. That's the thing with Lawler is the inexperience he has. He positioned himself in the one spot that like you knew what was coming.
Yep.
Right. And I said to myself, he's gonna hit Ross. And no sooner did Ross stand up, he cold cocked him right across the freaking bean with the steel chair.
Right.
And all he said, fuck the Von Erichs. And then maybe Jose, maybe you heard it better than me, but he went over to Fatu and said something to Fatu. and then climbed out of the ring and said "fuck the Von Erichs" and walked off. And Fatu, I think he gave him. Did he give him the moonsault or did he give? I think he gave him the moonsault and then got the 1, 2, 3. Do you know what he said to him?
I think he said "fuck Contra," but I don't really.
I was gonna say, I'll bet you anything he was asking, "Where's my Contra flag?" as he walked out.
Well, didn't Fatu take the title from Lawler?
Yeah, he did. And it's one of those things where I feel like if you can't beat him, join him.
See, and look, you're that fucking guy.
Or did he say you're next?
Or maybe he did say you're next, but you're that fucking guy, Dom, that thinks every time someone turns, they're joining a fucking faction. MJF, not happening. Tom
because
Lawler,
they do.
Now he's joining Contra.
Because they do.
Now look.
They either make a faction or they join
Adam
one.
Cole. Finn Balor took out Adam Cole. Oh, he's joining the OC now, dude.
No.
Get out of yourself. He's not joining.
Okay,
Contra.
first off,
MJF's not joining the inner circle.
Silence. You're putting words in my mouth because I never
No,
said
I'm
Finn
not.
was joining. No, I never said Finn was joining anybody. I said on this show, on episode 1, that Finn was on one side and it was his. So don't even go there. Secondly, every time somebody turns heel, either they make a faction or they fucking join one. I don't make those rules. The goddamn wrestling makes those rules, not me. Okay? It's like Seth Rollins left the Shield and joined the Authority. He went from one faction to another. It happens all the goddamn time. So with Tom Lawler, he has had opportunity. First he lost to Fatu. Then he had opportunity after opportunity to get back at him and got his ass whipped. So now he's probably sitting there thinking, if you can't beat him, join him. Because he's the one that probably took Marshall out the week before, as I was saying before we got on air. Because Marshall was supposed to get the title shot. Next thing you know, the episode last week, one of the first things you see is Marshall down saying somebody hit him with a pipe, holding his knee, and Ross got in that match. Then Ross gets in the match, and Tom turns on him and hits him with a chair. So it says, fuck the Von Erichs. So if he did that to Ross, I'm almost guaranteeing you he did that to Marshall. And what would stop him from turning around and joining Contra, who he clearly can't fucking beat? Either way, I think it's safe to say that this dude is just flat fucking filthy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm so glad he's only used that twice.
Oh, I got a lot of them.
What are your thoughts, Jose? I know you're a huge MLW fan. What are your thoughts?
Tom just needs a lot of work, bro. He needs a lot of work.
He really does. He really does. He needs to go away for a while.
Am I the only one that when he said I'm the hottest free agent in pro wrestling right now?
Oh, bro, I felt
Am I the only one that didn't just go?
Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
Like god.
No, there's no way. He said it, and my first thought was,
You are an idiot!
like, no, you're not. You're not even close. Nobody wants you. You're going to go back to MLW. And then a week or so later, he's like, oh, I've re-signed with MLW because this is where that. No, they're the only ones that wanted you. I'm not a fan of the filth. I'm not. I'm with Jose. He needs a lot of work. Hone his craft. He needs to come up with something that isn't just like, I'm a dirty motherfucker who used to be in MMA. Like something. I mean,
he was actually good in MMA too.
He was, but he just.
Damn, Moth. The joys of filming outside.
Squirrel.
We get outtakes in the middle of the show.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that's where I think we're gonna end up seeing him in Contra, and he'll probably end up tagging with Simon Gotch because Simon Gotch has got that whole MMA look now.
Thank you, Jose.
It just makes sense.
We're gonna call you Mr. We're gonna call you Mr. Faction from now on.
Okay.
Let's get to the next segment before he says someone else joins another faction.
All right. Dom.
I'm about to join another podcast. Fuck him.
So our new segment is Keep It or Kill It, where one of our hosts each week will come up with 3 options where we all get to keep it or kill it. So it's pretty cut and dry. Dom has this week's Keep It or Kill It. So Dom,
okay.
Yes, you do. You've
got
this week's Keep It or Kill It. What do you got for us?
The first one I think I already know the answer to, but I got to talk about it because it just drove me nuts. Rey Mysterio winning the U.S. title on Raw. Keep it or kill it?
Keep it.
Really?
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I love seeing the Smarks bitch.
Okay, now that makes sense.
I do too. Listen, honestly, I say keep it because that gives AJ a shot at the WWE title now. That leaves him open to move up to where he belongs.
I mean,
yeah, keep
okay.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna say kill that bullshit. Because first off, if they wanted Ray to win a title so badly, they could have let him pull that WWE Championship at Survivor Series. It was set, and they were like, no. And then all of a sudden, that U.S. title win was like, it felt like a consolation prize for getting his ass whipped by Brock Lesnar. That's all it felt like. It was just, like when you lose on a game show and they're like, sorry, but here's the at-home version to take home. That was the U.S. title, and that title means so much more than that. So fuck you, kill it. I'm not cool with it. I would have been cool with like any other like Latin superstar that they have coming through and winning that title. Like if Angel Garza came up and got that shot and knocked off AJ, I'd been like, fuck yeah. If it was Carrillo like it was supposed to be, fuck yeah. If it was Andrade, I would have been like, hell yeah. But Ray, like, yeah, he's an up-and-coming superstar with so much potential. I can't wait to see what he does next. Oh, right, everything I've already seen when he was U.S. champ last year. Kill that shit.
But you want to see The Undertaker take the title.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
thank you. No,
that's one
What's
last
the next
one.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
Don't even give me that shit. Okay.
Give me the next one. Give me the next one, please.
Actually, we kind of went over one of them because I didn't know you were going to get into all this Butcher and Blade and Bunny stuff until the show.
I told you like Monday or Thursday. I told you on Thanksgiving because it so happened Wednesday.
Here's the next one. Jon Moxley becomes AEW champion. Keep it or kill it?
Right now, kill it.
Oh.
Right now, kill it.
Burn the hobo with fire.
Kill it right now. Kill it right now because you need a true babyface to take the title away from Jericho. Right. It needs to be a Cody or someone along those lines. I mean, who are the real true babyface single wrestlers? Like, I'd love to see Orange Cassidy take it, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah, that's not happening. Just never.
But no, you got to kill that right now. Kill it down the road. If this was 7-8 months down the road, AEW, I would be like, keep it all fucking day long. But right now, kill it.
Okay, well, I would love to see the match first off because they did have some good matches in the E, and they were a little bit, kind of held back or had some crazy gimmicks involved. But just to see the two of them go at it in like a genuine, just not unsanctioned or lights out, but just have a genuine wrestling match, that would be amazing. But as far as him winning the title, from Jericho at this point in time, nah, kill that shit. I'm with you guys. I don't think he's the one. I thought Cody would be the one. Obviously, I was wrong.
Jose ain't even given his answer yet. And you're saying, I'm
burn the hobo with fire.
He said that like right after you said, yeah, I gave the buzzer and everything.
You gotta say keep it or kill it, dude. Keep it or kill it, bro. You can't say burn the hobo with fire. It's keep it or kill it. You're killing it.
Burning the hobo with fire. Pretty much kill him.
Kill
it.
Kill the hobo with fire.
There, we got it.
All right, Dom. We got time for one more keep it or kill it. What do you got?
All right, one more. Let's see. I've got a couple of questions here, and I'm trying to figure out which one's the good one. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, damn, this is tough. How about Shayna Baszler will be the next NXT champion to leave her title in the ring and go to WWE or go to Raw. Keep it or kill it.
Keep it.
Oh, we got a Anna.
Oh, that's hot.
Why kill it? Why do you want to kill it?
Sister needs to lose it to somebody.
You think so?
So why do you want to keep it then?
Why do I want to keep it? Because, well, I don't know. I guess no, I'm going to kill it.
Oh, we changed the mind.
I'm changing my mind. I'm going to kill it because I mean, she's already broken Asuka's streak. I don't see him doing it twice.
That was another one of my questions. Was her
I
streak, Shayna's streak, is more impressive than Asuka's? But
no. She's gonna drop the title to somebody. She's gonna drop it to she's probably gonna drop it to Rhea Ripley. Honestly,
that's what I'm thinking. But if I had to make a choice, I'd probably say Kill It too, because I didn't like the way they set up Asuka versus Ember Moon back in the day. It looked like Ember was going to take that title, and then Asuka would come in with one loss.
that was great storytelling.
And
dude.
start a streak in WWE. But that didn't really happen, and especially it got killed after the fact because she won the Royal Rumble, she went to WrestleMania, she was undefeated, and then she lost her title match. So it just kind of was underwhelming. I don't want to see that happen to Shayna. I'd rather her lose on NXT and come in and dominate, and maybe even, and I hate to say this with Bruce around, but maybe even choke Becky Lynch out and take that title.
I'll fucking kill you.
I just said it.
Bro, don't disgrace my queen like that.
Hey, step off my lass.
Hey, you're married, hush.
That's his second wife.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I, MJF Mark Bruce, would like to thank you all for tuning in, viewing. Again, I apologize for my remarks at the beginning of the show. So, like it, subscribe to it, leave your comments below, down there. Leave your comments
down
below.
Where?
Down there. Don't forget to look us up on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Top. You'll find our group. You can post whatever you want, wrestling related. Let's talk about it. Let's get it in. We'll answer your questions. If you have questions for us as the admin team, we have a couple other admins that haven't been on the show yet. So there's a total of 6 of us.
Yeah.
But they haven't been on the show. So if you have questions for us or anything, or you just want to post something funny or something that you heard or something you read,
you want to
post it, dude.
You want to get in on a group title like we just did with Survivor Series weekend, and you want to be golden like the 3 of us, you know? you want to get in on our tournament?
Yep.
Come invite yourself. Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook. We'll let you in. We'll let you post whatever you want about wrestling. We always chat. We always kick it and cut it up with everybody there. We even take questions like you've seen if you tuned in for this podcast. We'd love to have you. And with that being said, should I give us a little more of the outro music?
Give us the music. Just for Jose, give me the music.
One more time. We're going to pick this up where we left off. Time to rock out, folks. Peace.
Deuces, yo. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, guest appearance.